And Hartley to start proceedings as Harris driving, can't beat mid-on.
Playing well in the National League. We'll just watch this ball here.
This time driving down the ground, good connection, but... And that time, what a paddle that is. Is that going to go all the way? No, it won't.
A little bit wide of that off stump. And this might be a wicket of stumping as Harris tried to swing that out of the ground. I know she was looking to take a year off after a bad foot injury as Knight tosses this one up. Mooney does well, but to run out. I've never had a broken finger before.
Yeah, look, didn't tickle.
Again, this is darted in and it's tucked behind square to... So the fielding picking up for the Hurricanes. Phillips again, the slow one. Johnson hits it high, long, and not very handsome. She's caught it deep backwards, square leg. Cricket, the 50-over game, not great, but something about them. T20 cricketers, another wicket goes. Phillips bowling. Jonathan flicks off her pads behind square for one.
You can perhaps even explode a bit further.
Jonathan uses her feet, but is caught as she drives down the ground and holds out to mid-off. Dooley got home. 5 for 114, 17th over. And this is hit high, but it's a miscue, and Harris departs.
Here, if Cummins can pierce the gap.
Phillips bowls now to Cummins, who hits it high. She should be caught. She's comfortably caught. The fielding is certainly picked up from this team.
She's done an equally good job.
This is the child prodigy from South Africa, Wolvart. She hits it high. She should be caught. She's comfortably caught.
But it's going to be competitive nonetheless.
Should be 8 for 137. And this is the last ball. It ends up being a Yorker. And it's sliced into the covers. And they get 1 run. Barsby was out of her ground. And the throw comes to Redmayne, but she goes back. So in the end, they finish at 8 for 138. 32 from Grace Harris, and a lovely cameo at the end by Josie Dooley as Sammy Jo Johnson is away.
She's just chipped it probably a little higher than further.
Jonathan bowls to Mandana, attempts to cut, caught behind.
Jay's been a pretty prominent fixture in Australian women's cricket for many years now.
A flatter one, and going down the ground, Afara gets a big piece of this, and it goes to the boundary for 4. Mid-on has gone onto the boundary as the attempted reverse sweep. Pill for a catch, out. 2 for 15 in the 5th, chasing 139. Driving into the covers, runs with the shot. Mooney whips the bails off, that's out. 6s and 7s at the moment with in mind. Cummins the slow one. This is driven down the ground, that's a better shot.
Sad to see it go back in 2001. That time, cutting on the back foot. The nicker, good catch taken by Mooney.
Consistent tournament so far out of the 4 years of WBBL.
Another one's fallen. You can have 4, of course, at this stage. This time a paddle, and she's going to get it away fine. That's going to run away. Slower ball, heaved to the onside, but straight down the throats. Ronnie Pike cameo, perhaps. Sammy Jo Johnson this time into the onside, and another wicket falls. Sammy Jo Johnson, 2 in a row. That's where you're going with all this conversation, aren't you? Cummins continuing. This time Pike in the onside. It's timed pretty well. It's right down the throat. The catch is taken.
Thanks, Em.
Wonderful. The young West Indian there's that one's around the leg. Well, that just happened.
Another wicket.
Just temporarily. This is what you put them up to 2nd on the ladder. And there it is again. And the game is over. Just like that down Lonigan. There's no real fight, sadly, for the Hobart fans this afternoon. The last wicket departs and the Hurricanes are bowled out for 80.